Well, a silver lining of this pandemic is that many of our healthcare workers are finally getting the recognition that they deserve. However, there's also a lot of stress that they're experiencing as well. We have Dr. Albert Wu. He is from the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Health. He's an expert on the psychological effects of this pandemic and how it's affecting so many frontline workers. Thank you so much for being with us.
Oh, thank you. So I'm very, very happy to be here.
So I actually know this not firsthand, but secondhand. My best friend is an ER surgeon, and she's told me over the years about sort of the stresses that they experience. And I'm wondering now how much so that's elevated because of an actual pandemic.
Well, it's a great point, and I'll start by saying that I am completely in awe of my colleagues. Working at Johns Hopkins, I feel like I'm surrounded by heroes, and people are trying so hard against so many odds. But in addition to the everyday stresses of, for example, taking care of trauma in the emergency room
Mhm.
or taking care of a really sick person in the hospital, and sometimes people don't do as well as you'd like. There's a lot of disappointments. In addition to all of that, people are anxious for their own health. They're worried that they might contract the infection themselves, and perhaps even worse than that, bring it home to their families.
Yeah. How does that
Uh,
stress affect the job that they're doing?
well, it just makes it that much harder. It's already a really hard job.
Yeah.
But if you're worried about perhaps are you getting enough protection, if you're worried about working on a unit that used to be a regular unit but now is a COVID unit,
Yeah.
if you've been like shifted to another place in the hospital, all of this puts you off balance. It makes you feel sort of unsettled and out of control. And the people who are your normal support system, you may not even be working on that unit anymore.
Yeah. So with everything uprooted and a lot of uncertainty, how has Johns Hopkins helped to, just alleviate some of that stress?
Well, we are actually taking a pretty coordinated approach to this. We don't always do that, and I think it's really terrifically impressive. We have a number of existing systems. We have our employee assistance program. Of course, we have a psychiatry department. We have chaplains in the hospital all the time. We even have an office of well-being. And we also have this slightly unique service, which is called RISE. It's a corps of volunteers. RISE is for resilience in stressful events. And it's volunteers who work in the hospital, but who are on call. And if someone is just feeling too stressed out, they will answer their call, meet with them, and try to provide some psychological first aid and support.
That's great, especially that they have that in real time. And I'm wondering how we, the public, can help support. What can we do?
Well, gosh, I think there have been some really gratifying acts of support. People are donating food almost as if they're catering services.
Yeah.
I have a friend who donates a cake every week to our command center. But one of the things that you can do is, first for yourself, is you can stay safe, stay healthy, and thereby stay away from the hospital, which is really overly busy and being a little overrun by people who have COVID or who are worried that they might.
Yeah.
The other thing is you can try you should certainly thank people, your colleagues, when you see them, and not just medical people, but other people who are doing really hard work. A clerk at the grocery store is
Yeah.
someone who I don't always thank in the past, but now I'm much more aware that we're all in this together. So
Absolutely. I think about that. I think about our truck drivers and people that are handling our public transit. All of those people are essential
oh
workers
yeah,
as
they're
well.
doing really important work, but they've
Yeah.
sort of been less visible, and now they're at the forefront. I guess one more thing is if you are talking to someone and they kind of use a tone with you that maybe you don't love,
Mm.
I think that stepping back for a second and being a little tolerant and understanding that they are stressed too, and instead of maybe saying something snide back, maybe the thing to do would be to say, yeah, boy, this is stressful. How are you doing? Are
Yeah.
you okay?
Just taking a beat, just to remember that we literally are all in this together. Dr. Wu, thank you so much for that. Thank you for the important information that you're giving us to be mindful, but also the information to really think about our healthcare providers and everything that they're going through as well. And we'll
Well,
be
thank you very much. It's important that they stay healthy and mentally healthy so that they can help take care of all of us.
absolutely. And they're doing a great job. And we'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.